CNBC Africa's Tumisho Grater spoke to Amine Chouaieb, founder of Chifco, at the WEF's meeting of new champions in Tianjin, China, and asked him which insights he was looking at during the conference. Let's see what response she got.
As a global shaper, we get to participate to some of the World Economic Forum meetings, and for this one it's the New Champion Forum. So we celebrate new champions, and the Global Shapers community is one of the champions. We also have the Climate Change Award, so we'll have to present global shaper projects around the reduction of gas emissions and also energy efficiency.
Speaking about energy, that is something that Africa is tackling with at the moment. You have come up with a package to look at energy efficiency as well as connecting people. So how does that work?
The idea behind that is like managing demand of energy is more important in my point of view than production. We all the time talk about production, but we have never thought about reducing our demand. So basically when we reduce 1 unit in your home, we reduce 9 units in the plants. So the idea of Chifco was to have the information of demand in real time, provide real-time advices to the final customers, and also bring user interface, an innovative user interface to utilities to have real-time management of their data and real-time management of their demand. So basically how to spread it in Africa. We know that the telco market in Africa is quite mature, so the idea is to create value through internet, because today we don't have even new innovative things over the internet, and managing data through internet should be a new growth path for the telco companies.
Talking about that growth path, this is obviously a specific sector that you're watching very, very carefully. What would you say are some of the disruptive technologies that we should be looking out for?
It's not new if we say that IoT, Internet of Things, and big data are one of the main technologies and main disruptive approaches that we are facing today. For example, we created more data during the 2 last years than the whole combined story of human beings. So basically, how to deal with that data, how to make it pertinent, and IoT is one of the answers, taking data from devices and managing that data to make the whole data that we receive from social media, from your internet information, from your emails, whatever, should be more pertinent and will create really disruptive business cases and use cases for the next 5 to 10 years. And it's already the case in some countries.
So if you do not make use of these methods, you as a company will probably fall by the wayside.
We are focusing really deeply on those methods, and we are believing on that. We think that Africa can be a driver for innovation, and today when we look to internet penetration in the continent, we are quite happy to see that we are gaining a lot of growth and a lot of years of development really quickly. We talk a lot about tigers in Asia. We have lions in Africa. And in Africa, there is a real growth around the telco sector, the bank and finance, but also media, where we have a lot of value that will be created.
So I'm hearing that there's definitely a lot of positivity. You're saying that we are growing. Can we hold our own against our other, emerging market counterparts or the more developed markets, especially coming from Tunisia? This is not a country that we speak about very often.
Tunisia is really focusing on the transition right now. So basically we went through the Arab Spring and all the period of transition. But as an African, we don't have to think that we are against any other region. We are building something together. We have to go to look on our strength. We are all the time divided between Sub-Saharan and North African and Western and Eastern. It's not the thing that things are changing. Internet and technology today are building bridges between people. Today, for example, for our company, we work with South African companies, and we don't have any problem. We are in the same hours, and we share the same values. It's all about values. When we spread the right values around the continent, it will be much easier to compete in the international scenes.
That was Amine Chouaieb, founder of Chifco.